Hey everyone, time for the weekly update, but this time I thought we would speak a bit about how exactly to gear for Mage Tower. But first, let's check out some interesting finds that I had this week. Unfortunately not that many, but I would say they are pretty good. So I'll see you afterwards. A new week of resets, and apparently a new binding. This time on character number 13, my Vulpera Priest. Vulpe means fox, by the way. So yeah, 5 characters, each with 1/2. And 12 characters to go and doing Molten Core, so you never know. Maybe this is the week. It's not going to be this week on this character, because, yeah. So good stuff. Well, earlier I got a binding on my Fox Priest, and this is the first of the 5 characters, the 5 classes that can do Black Temple and get this drop, and it dropped. So I have 4 Warglaives on 4 characters. So that's nice, I guess. Not very interesting, but Thori'dal dropped again. I'm still farming a bit of gear for the Mage Tower stuff. This one's missing rings, for example. What can you do? And of course nothing is socketed yet, but yeah. Thori'dal, number 2. On a class that can actually use bows. I started doing Mogushan... Okay, Lord Walker Show is talking.
They call to me.
So, well, this just dropped, huh? On my Death Knight.
Everything clearly now. The Titan.
It's a nice mount. I didn't know it had a quest, though.
The Moguls salvaged and repurposed ancient Titan technology.
Okay, sure. So, I guess I'm done with Mogushan Vault as well.
We must go.
This took
Not done yet.
20... I have 3 characters left. Did it last week. Or, well, actually not last week, yesterday. Or, no, 2 days ago. Before the reset. So that's 13 times. And then another 10, so 23rd try. So good stuff. It's a nice mount, the only Cloud Serpent that's good. Let's see. I think one of them is from the achievement. There we go, Lord of the Rains. Just got this recently. I don't actually have that many mounts. Apparently, because you get this one when you get 300 usable on 1 character. And apparently there are like 900, so yeah. But I'm working on it, and you know, this is actually a pretty cool one compared to the standard ones. These are from Reputation, I got them back in the day. So, cool, another mount. Okay, we're back, so let's check out how exactly to gear. So right now, this is my main gear from the War Within, and I already saved the set. And made it look like this. This is the tier 2 monk armor, which did not exist back in the day, but they brought it back, or they brought it, let's say, for the 20-year anniversary. Okay, so what are we looking at? Let's check it out. I recommend getting items from TBC because they scale the best and they have the most sockets. So I'm just going to hover over them for now so you can see pretty much some of the best number of sockets you can get. Because, for example, you can't really find that many cloaks with 2 sockets and stuff like that. So I'll make a guide at some point, a full guide for the Mage Tower, but first I want to finish the challenges. However, some people have expressed the desire to know how exactly to increase your main stat, so let's get to it. First and foremost,
Greetings. Farewell.
Let's go inside, see how much main stat we have. This challenge was done with normal War Within gear. I was very excited after doing it with the Retri Paladin, Sigrid that is, not this one. I just went in, took a bunch of attempts, but worked out. So right now we have 411 agility. There should be no buffs of any kind, so this is just from the gear. Alright, so this is not nearly enough. We're looking for 800 plus while fully buffed and fed and, you know, augment runes, everything. So, fortunately, pay to win mount. I joke, of course, just massive utility. So let's check it out. So I do not recommend a meta socket necessarily. There is a hat, well, there are multiple hats, I should say, in the Burning Crusade that have 3 sockets. And they all drop from instances, so this one could actually get more out of it if you make it drop. Unfortunately, this is the drop pool and he drops 2 items. So I farmed it a bit and I was like, no, it's not really necessary. That 1 extra socket will not change your life. So first thing is first, we are looking for gems. I probably have some gems on other characters, but it is what it is. Oh my, this used to be 500, so someone's really, it's not even the best agility gem, but you do want all 3 of these, so you will have to spend a bit of money. You can probably wait instead of just paying an arm and a leg, but for all intents and purposes, we'll do it like this. And I now realize there is not enough money. I do not keep my money in my warband bank, because they just had that bug with the guild stuff, and I do hate keeping money on other characters anyway. Oh, speaking of which, I've been starting to just sell my reagents. I've realized professions are not really worth it for me because I have so many characters, and behold, bit of cash. So let's send the past about 10,000. We won't need even a fraction of this, but it's better to just have it there, you know? Alright. So, you know, you could pop your... what's it called? Warband... portal something something? This thing here. Warband bank distance inhibitor. But it has a 2-hour cooldown. I'd rather just, you know, do this. So now you have your 3 main gems. You can put them wherever you want. It does not really matter. I still hate this for being so expensive, but let's check out the others, because this is the important part. Delicate Primordial Ruby, 53 gold, very good. As you can see, there are others that give the exact same amount of stats, so don't pay more because you don't have to. And there's also this if you're really struggling, and if you're really rich, buy the +8. And socket +8s, it will add up. I haven't found this to be necessary. I think we need about 24, 26, depending on the weapons and all that. Anyway, let's start with these. So, do I have anything with 3 sockets? The chest. Well, let's put these there. Okay. It, for some reason... Alright, a meta gem. We'll buy that in just a bit. It makes the same sound as if you're pinging something on the map like this. So see, you could hear it and then... same sound. While socketing. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it does not do it, so I don't know. I do not know what causes it. See, now it didn't do it. Now it did. Don't ask me, I just work here. I also tried to find gear that gives you just a bit more, but this is, you know, the socket bonus is not really necessary. And I'll add a list of how many sockets you can get. But this should be the right amount. As in, I don't think you can squeeze too many more sockets out of stuff. For example, this has 1 socket. And if the Hand of the Deceiver dropped again, could have another socket. But I don't think the difference will be worth the effort. However, if you know, manage to get them to drop, all good. Okay, let's get that meta gem as well. I recommend the other 3-socket one if you can manage to get it, because the meta gem, as we'll see in a moment, So all of the meta gems are called diamond. We're probably looking for agile diamond, but anything will do. So it still adds only +6. So, you know, if you get a hat with 3 sockets, you'll just get another gem. Because the 3% increased critical effect is not worth it. Okay, so I think we had, what, 411? Let's check it out now with gems to see what the difference is. After socketing everything, did I socket weapons actually? I did, okay. So now we have 622. That is a difference of 211, which is more than half of what we had before, so 50% increase. This might even be enough, but we can go even further beyond using the power of enchants. Ooh, someone has a Warglaive. But he only has one, so I'm curious if it's the actual Warglaive. Because I have one as well. Right here. But, you know, we'll keep that for when we get all of them. I keep going to the goated yak instead of this guy. Okay, now it's time for enchantments. The head one is always going to be empty. There is no head enchant ever. What can he do? Oh, right, and let's look for the best neck. Pendant of... that's kind of weird. This is not the one I'm looking for. The one I'm looking for is the one from Dragonflight. I think that has 3 sockets. No, I think this might be it. Yeah, because then you can use... What is it? You can use these. What quality is it? Hold up, hold up. The problem is, yeah, this is the one. So this might be the best neck because you can socket it. So the 10 agility, 16, 17 total. In this case, it will not be worth it, even if the agility scales down. I didn't pay attention because I don't really care. The item level is as good as it's gonna be. But this is a very good second one. Second choice. Or first choice if you don't find one, because you can buy these things and then you can get it up to 3 sockets, making it slightly better than this guy by just a bit. But don't overpay, so you know. And I think you have to use the same quality one, so in this case I'll use this for an alt that's missing a neck. I still have one on my druid that I have not equipped yet, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, we are looking for one of these. The item level 45 ones. Heal a nearby ally, crit and haste. We'll probably get crit and haste. I don't think mastery is it for this one. Yeah, so you're looking for Mark of the Trained Soldier in most cases. It's a pretty neutral one, but what can you do? For the shoulder enchant, the best I have found is one of the greater inscriptions. In this case, we are going for Tiger Claw, because we are agility based. The cloak, you want to go to item level 415. You're looking for leech or speed. The avoidance doesn't really do that much, I would say. And since we are a monk, we don't really need the speed because we can zip zap around. And this is also much cheaper, which, you know, I don't like spending money frivolously. For the chest, I recommend Waking Stats. It won't give you 150. I don't really know how much it'll give. Although this looks interesting as well. But if the primary stats should be all of these, if I'm not mistaken. I think these are the secondary stats. But I've been using Waking Stats so far and it has not, you know, failed me yet. For wrist, once again, you're looking for Devotion of Speed or Leech, depending on whether or not you're having movement issues or survivability issues. This one is a bit awkward. You have Strength of Soul, which is good for strength characters, then you have a bunch of profession stuff. So you have to go with Haste or Mastery. I recommend Superior Haste. I don't think Greater is better, so you know, it's also 1 gold. This one is very cool. So belt buckles, I think, started in a TBC, if I remember correctly. A blacksmithing item. They do pretty much the same thing. They add another socket. And since all of them accept items under item level 320, any of them will do. So just pick the cheapest one. And boom, 1 more socket. Now this is where it gets interesting. For spellcasters, you can only get some nonsense like this thing, you know, plus 4 intellect, but it's enough. However, if you're not slightly cheesing it with War Within Pants, which we are not doing, because War Within Pants have this thing, 930 agility or strength and stamina. So that's insane because it scales to about 133 agility. So it gives you an obvious edge. If you're struggling and you don't care and you really want the achievement, use this one. However, we won't be doing that, because the whole point is to do it without War Within gear, because we already cleared it with normal gear, which isn't the best. So we'll actually have to check how much that has. So we're looking for item level 415. The lambent armor kit, you would expect it to work, but it doesn't. And it doesn't tell you that it doesn't. So it's really weird. So we're looking for either frosted or reinforced. I don't remember which of these worked. So let's buy 1 reinforced, because it's cheap. And then just for science... Yeah, I don't feel like spending 545 for something that won't work, and I still prefer the other one. So let's buy 1 for 90. You know, you won't gain that much by just throwing money at the problem. For this one, you want Plainsrunner's Breeze, and 400 versus this one. For 25 extra speed that will scale down, it's not worth it. Not even this is worth it, but you know, it's not that bad. For this one, you probably want the best secondary stat for your class. You can check that on Icy Veins. Just Google Icy Veins class spec and stat, and you should get the page. For Monk, it's Haste Versatility in that order, so we will get some Haste. And the best one should be not Writ of Haste, but Devotion of Haste. And don't worry, it will scale down, it's not 82, so what can you do? For the weapons, there's one enchant called Sophic Writ. Gives you primary stats once in a while. Usually I buy this one as it is. This is a bit cheaper, I don't think we'll need more. The challenge for Windwalker Monk is pretty easy. If I did it without any enchants, any flasks, and anything like that. Okay, so we have these. I keep forgetting to get them from the mail. So that's a bunch of stuff. Okay, let's go inside, because I want to check how much waking stats actually gives you. Because I never know. It should give 150, but I just want to check if it gives you agility, because that's what we care about. So what is it? Chest. Okay, increase your primary stats by 150, so from 622 agility, we will get 643. So it gave us 21. Unless my math is off. So not 150, but still more main stat. Okay, Sophic Writ takes about 10 years to finish channeling. I don't know why. I guess in case you want to, you know, not apply it for some reason. The secondary stats do not matter, but a bit more than 3% haste, which is our main one, should be, you know, pretty nice. The enchants, the ones that do not give stats, might be optional. Let's see if the Frosted works. The Frosted works. So 151 agility or strength. This one only has 106. So let's use this one first. 643, 6... Oh, it gave 15. Yeah, plus 14. So it's not the best. And as you can see, the pants... Okay, and this one will give plus 20 agility and strength and a bit of armor, which we don't have, and it won't make a difference. But hey, 1% more damage reduction. As you can see... Where is it? Yeah, so a bit of a difference between plus 20 agility and plus 123. So if I use these pants, we'll be at 752. So again, I don't recommend it just for your, you know, immortal soul that Illidan was speaking about if you're playing a demon hunter. But if you're struggling, they didn't nerf it, so yeah. Use it if you want to. My whole goal is to not use this, so that's why we're doing it as it is. So I think we had 643, right? When we started. We didn't have any speed, we have no leech. We will have a bit of leech now. And you can probably get another neck enchant if mastery is not it for your class. Minus 5 mastery, wow. Well, you don't see that every day. So, with all the enchants and all that, from 43 to 77, so we got 34, which is still good. We are close to that 700, 800 I was speaking about. So now let's go to the final step, which is consumables. Now, consumables are very interesting because, well, you need to get the right ones. I recommend Bountiful Captain. If it's cheap, and behold, it is. I'm actually going to buy another 100 because I still have many challenges to do on all the classes. And this will give you primary stat. Yeah, I'll just buy all of them. As you can see, from 19 to 87, that's a much better price. I hope I didn't screw over too many enthusiasts, but yeah. What can you do? It's a free market after all. Okay, so that is the food. Now we are looking for the flasks. Consumables, this one. Which one was it? I don't remember the name except this. Not this one. You're looking for something that gives you over 45 because the cap, as far as I've seen, is 45. So there is one, for example, so we are looking for these. These last for 1 hour, so you don't need that many, but as you can see, they're very cheap. Is this the correct one? No, that's not the correct one. I was almost screwing myself with this one. So no, we're looking for a better one. This is too much, because again, the 107 will turn to 46. Flask of the 7th Demon. This might be the one. And these are way more expensive. Although if they do scale, let's buy some of these. Let's buy 50 Flask of the Currents to test out if my knowledge is correct. And Augment Runes also scale down. You can get at most 11, so Defiled Augment Rune is the one for you. Let's buy 100. Now let's go check it out, see what we have.
Be careful.
I don't think the tooltips will change, unlike the enchants. But you'll be able to see. Okay, so this one was 71, right? If I'm not crazy, or more, and it's 45. 11 for the runes. You can try with any other runes, just go inside while having a rune, and you will see that this one, the tooltip for this one, will change. And Bountiful Captain's Feast will give you 46. Anything more will scale down. It'll actually potentially be even worse than 46. So whatever feast you can get that's over 46 should be good enough. I found that Bountiful Captain is the best. And it has a 3-minute cooldown, so if you die in 3 minutes, the cooldown remaining will reset and it'll actually be hidden. So if you can't place it, that is why. Okay, so we had less than 700. So how much do we have now? 784, that is quite acceptable. It's very close to 800, so, you know. And what do I have with normal gear that has already beaten this challenge? But no, I didn't use the War Within food, actually. So that's why it took me so long. I had 580 agility, huh? No, I had 533, but it is doable because it doesn't have any actual enrage timer. So that go past me, I guess, but why struggle? 677. Let me buff up again so you can see the effects in real time. So the food gives you 46, 45, 784. The trinkets, you can use any trinkets. Again, I'll speak about gear in another video, like proper gearing and all that. But let's go over some basics. 2 sockets for the hat, 1 for the necklace, but you can get as much as 3. So imagine this one would have 3 plus 6 gems, so that would be 18. While the 10 agility from the Woden's Lucky Necklace scaled down to 6 from 10, so it's actually giving us only 13. So if you can find a Pendant of Impending Petals, which is apparently from Dragonflight, I haven't played Dragonflight, so I don't know. But yeah, if you upgrade this one, you can get a 3-socket necklace with, as you can see, 15 crit and haste, which is quite a bit. Because yeah, 87 and 82. So this will count for quite a bit. Moving on. 2 for the shoulders, you can't get more. The cloak usually has 1, but this is a pretty good cloak. The +4 agility is very low, but it compensates by having an extra socket. So you can get better cloaks, basically, with only 1 socket and, you know, not -5 mastery and all that. Chest, maximum of 3. Wrist, maximum of 1. Hands, 2. Belt, starting with 2, but you can get it to 3. So that's the ideal. Look for a belt with 2. Pants, 3. Boots, 2. Rings, always 1 socket. You should get rings from Wrath of the Lich King raids. I haven't checked too many instances, but if I checked correctly, the Burning Crusade only has 1 ring that has sockets, and that is from Magister's Terrace from Kael'thas, and it is this one, Karma's Ring of Fate. This should be the only ring that you can get, if I'm not mistaken, from the Burning Crusade. And as you can see, the item level is a bit lower. Usually you want about 150 or 160. These are from Ulduar, for example, I think. So, you know, just do whatever raid you need for a mount and hope it drops. If not, wowhead it and you should find 1 socket rings pretty easily. But if you get them from the Burning Crusade, they keep... See, this one is from Ice Crown, I think, and it's actually much... Well, not much. It's actually less agility than this one, which is still from Ice Crown, but from a higher tier boss. While these 2 are from Ulduar, and they have +6 intellect on both of them. And I think you can find intellect rings... I don't know. Just check on Wowhead. I'll make a list at some point, but for now, yeah, 1 socket and try to get as much primary stat as you can. Trinkets will never have sockets from what I can tell. I actually got this one because I didn't have a proper one. These actually have more agility, and this one even has speed, but they're from the War Within. So I don't want to use any of these, even though, for example, this one with a Nash effect is not that good. So I could use it if you don't mind using the War Within stuff and you just want to get your challenge done. just use the Dark Moon cards. They should be about 500 gold. And they give you some interesting procs, and they also give you plus 10 agility. Any trinket from any expansion will do, because it will scale down to plus 10 primary stat, agility, strength, intellect, whatever the case is. Weapons. Usually you can get one socket and it's fine. Some of them have two sockets, like this one, which is from Kil'jaeden, from the Sunwell Plateau. And it's not unique, so you can have two of them. If you don't want to go that far, you can check out the Shadow Labyrinth. Grandmaster Vorpal drops the Blackout Truncheon, which gives you two sockets as well. It doesn't have any stamina, but you should be fine. These challenges are not about stamina. Why does this have more damage per second? Now I'm kind of upset. Like, damn, look at that damage. 17 to 22 versus my 11 to 19 and 12 to 18. So I should probably actually try to get this, but again, I don't think there's going to be any problem, considering I did it with 530 agility and I have 784. Yeah. So that should be pretty much all of it for gear. I'm not going to do the challenge now, I'll keep it for another video. Because, you know, content. No, but jokes aside, I still have a lot to farm on my character, so I'll see if inspiration hits me. And I'll do this again. Plus, this is a challenge that was already completed, and it might actually be the easiest one. Even Sigrun is a bit annoying on other characters. On the Paladin, it was pretty chill. But this one was my second challenge, and I not one-shotted. I did it in one day, in the same day as the Paladin one, without any nonsense like the scaled food, which they nerfed. And now it gives you a 7 instead of 400 and something. And stuff like that. But I did use the pants. So, you know, almost 100 difference. Or more. Should be more. But the socket bonus, I think. And the gems, right? So yeah. This is unnecessary. And remember, you can also get plus 8 gems, which... Well, we used, what, I bought 24, I think we used 22 gems, and you can get another gem here. And that's about it, actually. And another gem here. So, you can get to 800 with no problem, but it should not be necessary. Between 700 and 800 should be quite alright, and for this particular challenge, even with 500, if you do the mechanics correctly, it's fine. So, that's it for now. I just want... Well, this is a long video, come to think of it. I just checked now and oof. It's going to be a doozy, but I did explain more or less everything. So you can use the same gemming scheme and enchanting scheme on all your characters. Just pick the proper enchant for them. And remember, instead of this one, which works on agility and strength characters, you will be getting plus 4 on your casters, but Shadow Priest was fine, Arcane Mage was fine, Warlock was fine. I can't think of another caster, so this is not really necessary. And again, if you're struggling, just buy this one, use the pants, and you'll get it done. However, if you want to feel the best you can, and you're not rushing the book mount, just get some 3-socket pants and, you know, use some of these. So that is it for gearing and buffing and enchanting and all that. So that should be something you can do with every single character. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'll do a full comprehensive guide later, but for now, bye bye and enjoy and good luck.